I went from plat to masters in 3 weeks. Here's what I've learnt. Before we go through the lessons I've learnt, I would like to go through the backstory of how I got this account to masters. With this account I went 9-1 in my placements at the start of the season. This then put me into silver 4, which is I think the average elo for a new account. From there I decided to play multiple champions up to plat 2. After that I decided to leave my account and not play on it for a bit, partly because the original meaning of this account was to test out new champions. After that I got masters on my other account, so I decided to come back and get this account to masters so I can start this YouTube channel. So I decided to spam Nasus and Garen up to mid diamond. I actually believe Garen is one of the best solo queue champs for lower elo, and I'll go through a video explaining that in the future. And then from mid diamond to masters I decided to go on full sweat mode, meaning Tankkench and Yorick top while playing TF mid when I'm off roll. Now let's go through the lessons I've learnt, which will greatly help your solo queue experience. Elo hell does not exist. Now I know you must have heard this many times, and it's been debunked many times in fact, but I would like to go through it again just to go and cement it in your mind because it doesn't exist. The reason I decided to get 2 accounts to masters was to prove to myself that I was ready for that elo. I wanted to make sure it was not a fluke. I didn't get lucky, I didn't get stuck in elo hell, so I decided to do it all again. This time I was at disadvantage because I decided to do it during Ramadan, so I had other obligations to attend to. On top of that I was dehydrated and hungry. I'm sure I can get another account to masters, which shows if you're good enough you will improve in elo. That's another reason why I'm stuck in masters and I can't get any higher. And that's also why challenger smurfs can get to challenger within a month, and TF Blade can get rank 1 within a month. And no, you do not have to be a significantly higher level than the rank you are. So let's say if you're bronze, you don't have to be a diamond level player just to get out of bronze, you just need to be slightly better than a bronze player. Losing streaks are inevitable. Doesn't matter if you're Faker, Doper, TF Blade, Bjergsen or any of the top pros, you're going to go on a losing streak. I actually have a video covered on this called the Pareto principle, but I might revisit it again to explain it better. But to summarize, the Pareto principle basically explains you're going to lose 40% of your overall games. Just know you're going to go on a losing streak, and that's perfectly okay. But a vital skill you need to know is when to stop playing. Typically I'll take a few hour break or a whole day off if I lose more than 2 games in a row, or if I get heavily stomped in a game. And by heavily stomped I mean the game being over by 10 minutes. Although this does help to reset your mental, don't think this is the be all end all of your losing streak. You could actually still be losing on top of that. I've had this happen to me several times where I take a break, come back and lose even more. This happens, I just keep repeating the process until the losing streak ends. I mean, it doesn't go over 6 in my personal story, but yeah. Or you might have to go for a full mental reset, which is taking weeks off, but I didn't have to get to that stage. The higher elo you go, the more toxic people become. Like the corporate ladder, there is a direct correlation between the toxicity and the higher elo you are. Yes, some people may say bronze and silver is toxic, or even platinum, but that's ignorance in my opinion. You can just full on mute them. Like they may say, why didn't you help them invade the red when clearly the wave's pushed into you? But at that point you know you're in the right, so there's no point complaining and you can just mute them. But when you reach the high elo, which is diamond 2+, making a single mistake does not go past people. They will spam ping you no matter what, and it gets tilting. I think the reason I mute all every game now was because of this elo being very annoying. I don't know if it's a server thing because EU West is known as being toxic, but there's people like Doper that mute everyone, and he is arguably one of the best solo queue players ever, along with TF Blade who also mutes all, and he's probably the best top laner ever in solo queue. I would say mute everyone every game because their opinions does not matter. Of course don't mute their pings because they can give you reliable information such as when summoners are down, but you don't need to hear what they're saying. The macro knowledge of the overall player base is very low. Generally people's macros are very weak, and this goes up to master tier. It's simple that they don't know how to play the champ to their full ability, so they don't know when to play aggressive, when to back off, when to all in, when to ward, and it gets worse the lower elo you are. I show a prime example of this when I visit Platinum, Elo and EU West. I have a video on that, I'll probably link it in the description, but I show how weak the macro knowledge is of the players. So how could you improve this, you may be thinking. Well, you probably heard it a million times, but you need to watch people that are better than you. You need to learn and pick up habits of what people do that are better than you. And there's literally hundreds of videos from various different YouTubers of them climbing from bronze to diamond. Hazi is one that comes to my mind. He has many videos of bronze to diamond and he explains what he's doing in game. This will improve your macro knowledge because obviously you're improving your knowledge overall. I mean, it's common sense. If you want to gain knowledge of anything, really, you look up the books and you look up people that are better than you, people that have more knowledge in it, and see what they do. Rome wasn't built in one day, and that also applies to your elo. Unless you're some prodigy that might dethrone Faker one day, you're probably not going to get Challenger in your first season. Improvement takes time, and time takes patience. You might not be climbing to new divisions every week or so, and that's fine. Trust me, you are not hard stuck. I've seen hard stuck before. What I'm trying to say overall is, be patient on your climb. It takes time. As long as you're making small progress, such as learning your macro better, getting better mechanical skill, and your elo's going up by the month, you're fine. Just don't forget, improving your elo is a marathon, not a sprint. Unless you're competing with another person with $10,000 in the line. And that's the 5 things I've learned on my climb to master so far. Hope you learned a thing or two. If you enjoyed these type of videos, make sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments. And if you like knowledge, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one.